What a pleasure it is to be joined by Ken McGrath, one of the greatest hurlers ever to line out for Waterford. He joined the Waterford panel back in 1996 and was a regular member of the starting 15 until his retirement in 2011. He won 4 Munster titles, the National League, as well as 3 All-Star awards. Ken joins us now to talk about his new book, Hand on Heart, which discusses his playing days and how he overcame a bleed on the brain and open heart surgery. It's a very interesting and very detailed book. First of all, you're very welcome, sir.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you very much for joining us. When and why did you decide that I'm going to do a book?
Well, I suppose, look, I was approached, I think January or February this year about it. I finished 6 years. I felt I was away from the game long enough to get my story out there, I suppose. And I think probably my story nearly got better when I finished Thurles Naden. I suppose the open heart surgery and the shop and the recession and different things. We felt there was a story to be told.
Well, it's a huge story, huge human interest story.
I think we've done it the best way we could. I think it's an interesting story and I hope people enjoy it.
Okay, I mean, thousands of people were affected in the downturn and lost businesses, particularly in the retail industry. And that's what happened. You had a well-known shop, it was going very well, and literally you couldn't keep up. And the downturn came and bang, gone. Yeah,
look, I suppose Waterford was hit probably hardest of all urban areas in the country. Retail fell off a cliff in Waterford City. We were only open 3 or 4 years at a time. We probably didn't have the backup of years trading under our belts. And look, we were very unlucky. We were very proud of that shop. We've done the very best we could. It's just, as I said, Waterford was hit very hard in 2011. We had to fold.
And how big a blow was that to you at the time?
No, massive. You put your heart and soul into it. I was with a good job before that with Top Oil. I put everything into that shop, and so did Dawn. And I suppose when that went, your confidence is low. You're on the floor, but you just have to pick yourself up again.
And then there's another blow then coming down the line. I mean, you get seriously ill.
Yeah, look, that was a shock to all of us, I suppose.
What happened?
I got a bleed on the brain, brain hemorrhage as such in December. We didn't know it was. I was up shopping with the lads up in Dundrum. Dawn thought I had a man flu. She was telling me to cop on a bit. And after testing a few different things, they came back with this, and I went back to work, I think, in January. We never got to the bottom of why it happened, and a few months later I was small things here and there. Went into the local GP, sent to Arkeen, and full test. They found out I had a abnormal valve in the heart, which was it wasn't working properly. I had a bicuspid valve, the aortic valve, and I had endocarditis that had to be cleared, and then open heart surgery at the end of it. So it was a mad few months and a tough few months. But look, thankfully, to me, it was a bit of relief. You find these problems and just deal with it, you know.
Listen, during those few months, I mean, you would have been a performance athlete, one of the leading athletes in the country. And did you notice that your system was off? Did you feel like there's something wrong here, I've got to get this checked again and again? Or were you functioning normally?
No, the last couple of years I felt there was probably something not right. I couldn't put on weight. I might train hard for a couple of weeks and then wrecked for a few weeks, you know, and different little things were wrong. And I knew I had to get a bottom of something, but to me, it was relief. I was really glad they found these problems. And I had the easy job, I said in the book, lying in hospital, getting fed every few hours, watching telly. Dawn was trying to look after a house with 2 kids at home, working in the bank as well. And look, it was very tough. It was tough on all of us, but when you see the very sad story of Anthony Foley, you realise how lucky I was and how lucky, I suppose, the care I got, especially in Waterford and then up in the Beacon off Professor Redmond. And open heart surgery is an unbelievably hard operation. And
you said you felt you got hit by a bus or a truck when you were coming round, and family members who visited got an awful fright because you'd lost an awful lot of weight and you were very white.
Yeah, look, I suppose anyone will tell you it's an unbelievably invasive operation. You're basically starting from scratch when you wake up a couple of days after the operation. But look, I was informed exactly what to expect. I didn't get a fright. I knew what was ahead of me. I stuck to the plan they gave me. Very, very sore for a few weeks, very sore. But look,
how are you now?
Flying now.
Fully recovered?
Flying now,
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks be to God.
That's absolutely fantastic. I suppose we better talk about the hurling now that you're here. Quite a career. But I sometimes look at Waterford and I compare them almost to the Leeds team maybe of the 70s. Fantastic, but never closed the deal. You look at it, you see 2 All-Irelands down through the years, and that All-Ireland final, of course, you played in, which I suppose immediately afterwards, like, let's forget about this one. That was an awful hammering.
Yeah, look, it was a shock game, really, a freak game. I said it in the book and I said it numerous times since. You know, making your whole career for that game, and we performed like we did. It's a game you don't look back to too kindly on. I think the team was better prepared the few years before that to get to it. We were unlucky. We came against the best probably team of all time in Kilkenny,
Yeah.
a top-class
Big,
Cork team
yeah.
in all fairness at the time. And the team I played on, it was a pleasure to play with them lads. We played some of the best hurling for them 10 years. Massive crowds going to the games. We were unlucky in all fairness, but we lifted up Waterford as a hurling county, and we put a bit of respect back into hurling for Waterford.
Absolutely. But because Munster is so tough and so competitive, and obviously Leinster wasn't for a long time. You know, the Dubs have raised their game, Galway arrive, and it's more competitive. But again, you said that Kilkenny team ran amok all down to the years. Would you favour a different style championship? How do you feel about the sort of the Champions League issue where everybody gets a couple of games, there's no backdoor, and you progress to a draw then at the next stage?
Look, it's probably the best bet. I think, look, there's a bigger picture there, and there's a lot more people that me can change things. But I think, I don't know if the provincial championships could be nearly on the way out. You see the crowds going to the games, they're not as big as they were years ago. We were playing games before the first round games, or 40, 50,000 people at it. And really the hurling championship don't start till the quarter-final, similar to the football as well, you know. But look, that's for another day, in all fairness. But we've some good lads coming in Waterford at the moment. They're building on a minor All-Ireland or two on All-Ireland. Hopefully we'll get there in the next couple of years, you know.
All right, well listen, continued success. Good luck with the book. I'm sure it'll be a huge success coming up to Christmas, nicely timed as well. Ken, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Ken McGrath, Hand on Heart, available in all good bookstores and online too. Now, what are we going to see in our fashion slot this morning, Al?
Well, we're going bold and bright.